All right, welcome to our bilinear interpolation. This will be a really quick example just so you get a chance to see it in action. So we have 4 known points, which I haven't written in a z value. So let's say that we have 10, 32, 28, and 21. Okay, so we have z values, we have x, y, and z. We have a point that we don't know what the elevation is at that location. So with bilinear interpolation, this works really well with grids. So you can see that I've created a grid that's 100 meters by 100 meters. And so to find this out, we have to start off with trying to figure out whether or not the value is in the top quadrant or in the lower quadrant. So here's my z. So we go xp minus x1 divide by delta x. And then we have y bar, which is equal to yp minus y1 divided by delta y. Remember that you still need to calculate these because you need them for the future formula. So if we put in my xp, which is 57, minus my x1, which is my 0, divided by my delta x, which is a total of 100. And then I have my y bar, which is my yp, which is 32, minus y1 is 0, and 100. So we have 0.57 and 0.32. X bar is greater than y bar. So we know that when x bar is greater than y bar, our delta then equals 0. So then we come to our formula. So the big formula for our, I wonder if I can paste it in here. There we go. There's our bilinear equation from the PowerPoint. So now we can take a look and put this in. So we have our delta, which equals 0. So we don't even have to look at this part. We can look at this part here because we know which quadrant of the grid that we are in. So to find out my z value, so this is just 1, right? This equals 1. So I take my z1, which is 10, plus my z4 value, which is 21, minus z1, which is 10. And then I multiply that by x bar, which is 0.57. And then I add that to z3, which is 28, minus my z4, which is 21, and I multiply that by 0.32. So if I put that into my calculator, and 28, so this is 10 plus 11 times 0.57 plus 7 times 32. And then I add it all together. I get 18.51. So does that make sense? So we have our grid. We know that it is on this side of the equation. So my point is at 57 on the x, so it's just a little bit past the halfway point and about a third of the way up, so it's right here. So if we look at my height values, my z1 is 10, my z4 is 21, and my z3 was 28. So because it's on the lower side, 10 all the way up to 21, it definitely is going to be closer to the 21 value and definitely lower, like a lot higher than the 10. And it also, this line here is also going up. So it is going up no matter what from this 10. So this makes sense. I would say that the 18.51 does make sense in this case. And that's all you need to do with bilinear interpolation. So, so you just, as long as you have these formulas and this one too, then you are good to go. So that is my short little video on bilinear interpolation.